absolutely not. Don't ever call me transphobic. Ever. You do not know me.
You're being transphobic, Karen. Now get out.
Call me transphobic.
You are transphobic. Now get out.
What is going on, everybody? Wired here. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. And today, once again, I'm going to bring you some woke nonsense. This time from a cafe in London, I believe, where a trans worker works at Starbucks, completely goes off on a middle-aged woman, and then also goes out and attacks a man for filming the whole incident. Now, if you're anything like me, we've been told a lot that trans people are under attack in this society. Trans people are a protected class. This stuff doesn't happen. There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of violence targeted towards the trans community. However, this video would kind of contradict that, because it seems like this trans person in this incident is being the aggressor solely for the reason that they were misgendered or their pronouns were used wrongly. And now I obviously, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell if this was done intentionally or this was done just because this person looks more like a man than a woman. I don't know. But I just find it fascinating that the people who are always saying they're under attack seem to be the people who are coming out the gate and attacking people. Literally going after them. And I'm sure, even though there were repercussions for this person, I'm sure charges were not pressed for them assaulting this man who was recording. But without any further ado, here, I'm going to roll the video.
Absolutely not. Don't ever call me transphobic. Ever. You do not know me.
You're being transphobic, Karen. Now get out.
Call me transphobic.
You are transphobic. Now get out.
I want a refund.
You're not having one, dude.
Please then.
Hi, get out.
Absolutely.
You are trespassing now.
They've got cameras.
You are trespassing.
They've
Get
got
out.
cameras.
Get out. You are trespassing.
Apparently, we said something transphobic.
You actually, you bastard.
Give me the phone. You want something? Give me the phone. Let go of me. Give me the phone. I've got plenty of witnesses. Give me the phone. I said, let go of me. Give me the phone.
You witnessed it, and you do not stand.
Just go through the piece and get out.
Wow. Yeah, fascinating stuff. You've seen that. Pretty much, you know, you don't know the inciting incident, whether this was intentional, not intentional, or what happened, who got triggered, how it all started. But you can definitely see the escalation of it. The person telling them to get out because of a misgendering, maybe using the wrong pronouns, perhaps. And then being so triggered that somebody is recording the incident that they decided to go out and attack them. Now, I don't know for certain, but like, I don't think you'd get recorded in public unless you're doing something completely ratchet. I mean, maybe I have been. I'm not really sure. I haven't seen myself in any viral videos yet, but maybe that'll come. But I just think it's fascinating. The people who claim they are the most oppressed seem to have the most privileges. The people who claim that they are always being attacked seem to have no problem being the aggressors in these situations. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me how this stuff goes on. But let's get into the article here. Starbucks sacks trans worker who accused female customer of being transphobic, then knocked phone out of person's hands in confrontation over being misgendered. You know, because if you use the wrong pronouns now, if it was a they and it should have been a she, now that should escalate to physical violence, because, you know, that's indicative of, you know, healthy and productive, sensible society. Of course. A trans woman has been sacked by Starbucks after footage showed her berating a female customer and allegedly assaulting a man who filmed the incident. The clash broke out at a Starbucks branch near the ferry terminal of Southampton, Hampshire on Sunday, which I believe is, I guess it's not in London, Great Britain, I believe. The UK, I'm not sure how they define that exactly, but I think somewhere within the UK. The clip shows the employee on the same side of the counter as the customer arguing with her. And well, I believe she was on the customer side. Seems like it anyway. The person recording the incident said the woman had apparently said something transphobic to upset the employee, who angrily refused to serve her. Footage shows the female customer saying, "You're rude, don't ever call me transphobic ever, you do not know me." Which I think is a fair assertion, I guess, depending on how this whole incident went down. In response, the transgender woman says, "You're calling me a man. You're being transphobic, Karen. Now get out." Which, Karen is a derisive insult imported from the U.S., taking aim at white middle-aged women. Feminists have criticized it as being a misogynistic term. I like the way South Park used it. I thought it was hilarious. The conversation heats up as the woman insists, "Do not call me transphobic." The transgender employee then claps in the woman's face and denies her request for a refund. Which, honestly, I think the whole clapping in somebody's face is an act of aggression. I know it's not physically putting your hands on somebody, but it definitely doesn't seem like, you're trying to pacify the situation. Like I said, I don't know who's right and who's wrong in this situation, but from the way this trans woman seemed to escalate the situation, not only with the person they're in a confrontation with, but somebody recording her for her own actions, because, hey, accountability might come back and slap you in the face, and we can't have that in 2023. There is no accountability for anybody's actions. Obviously, she escalated the situation, so I would say she's probably in the wrong, or at least, she's definitely more heated. Reportedly, the woman told her to get out and that she is trespassing. That's totally not true. It's a public space. Before the employee appears to notice a man using his smartphone filming the encounter. Without warning, the employee comes forward and lunges for the phone, demanding the man hand it over while appearing to assault him. That's an interesting term for appearing. No, I would say assaulted him. I don't think there was any appearing. They clearly lunged for the phone. That's clearly assault. If I were that man, I would have pressed charges, because that's completely uncalled for. The footage prompted heavy criticism on social media, with many users copying in Starbucks' Twitter handle and demanding answers. Australian women's activist Sal Grover shared the clip on Twitter and wrote, "When women see men who think they're women in female spaces, they often get themselves out as quickly as possible." And there, here's a lot of Twitter comments here. They're crumbling fast. This person should be fired. Stop enabling this behavior. Unacceptable. Entitlement. Which branch is this? So, Starbucks did respond to this, actually, which is actually pretty insane, because Starbucks is pretty leftist, in terms of companies. They did say that this person was fired. Down here, let's see. I don't want to read through all those things again. A Starbucks employee spokesman said the licensee has confirmed that the partner employee no longer works at the company. Starbucks has no tolerance for behavior of this kind and are very sorry for the experience that this customer had. Well, at least somebody took a little bit of accountability in this situation. I just find it absolutely fascinating that this stuff can happen over, using the incorrect pronouns. And I don't know if that was intentional or not. Sometimes it is hard to tell. I'm just saying. Sometimes it is hard to tell. Maybe people are confused. Maybe we should have a specific pronoun for, when it's hard to tell. Or maybe we should just all try to live in, reality for a little bit. Like I said, live your life, but you can't go around accosting people because you're upset because they don't understand what gender you are. It's never been a problem that's happened for probably most people. But anyway, that's all I got. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for listening this long. I really do appreciate it, and I will talk to you all on the next one. Later.